Hello lovely people, welcome back to my channel. To my returning subscribers, thank you so much for your support, and to my new audience, thank you for stopping by. In this channel, we upload videos on sewing tutorials, styles, sewing tricks, sewing hacks, and DIYs. So in today's tutorial, we want to learn how to cut and sew a shift dress. So what we will need for the tutorial is the material that we are using. I'm making use of this material, our tape, our curve rollers, straight ruler, scissors, and the tailor's chalk. So if you find it interesting, let's go straight into the video. So the measurement required for this shift dress is your shoulder measurement, and you divide that by 2. The shoulder I'm working with is 17. When I divide 17 by 2, that will give me 8.5. Then the next measurement is your bust measurement. Divide that by 4. And the next measurement is your waist measurement. Divide your waist measurement by 4. Your hip measurement, divide that by 4 as well. Then your full length. That's how long you want the dress to be. After getting all your measurements, you are going to fold your fabric. And the fabric, you are going to fold it based on the biggest measurement. Like the one I'm working with, the hip measurement is the biggest measurement. I'm working with the hip of 43 inches. So when I divide my 43 inches by 4, it gives me 10.75. And the waist measurement is 34 inches. When I divide my 34 inches by 4, it will give me 8.5 inches. And the person I'm working with is 41 inches. When I divide my 41 inches by 4, it will give me 5. So I'm going to fold my fabric based on my hip measurement, which is 10.75. So I folded my fabric into 2, and this side represents my center front, and this is my side front. And as you can see, I have drawn a straight line here, which will represent my starting point. So from that straight line, I will take that to be my shoulder measurement. So from my shoulder measurement, I will measure down to my bust point, and from my shoulder to my bust is 10 inches. Measure from your shoulder to your bust point, then you input the measurement. Remember to mark on the wrong side of your fabric so that you don't have stain. Measure some on this side. Then I will draw a straight line. Then from my shoulder to the waist is 17 inches. I'll measure my 17 inches. I'll draw a straight line as well. Then from my shoulder to my hip is 26 inches. So I'll measure my 26 inches. Mark it here as well, so I can have a straight line. Then to the full length. The full length I'm working with is 42 inches. So I will measure from the shoulder to the full length to have my 42 inches. Then I will have like 2 inches to do the hemming, to fold in the down part. The next thing is for me to impute the shoulder measurement. Remember I said I'm working with a shoulder of 17 inches. So 17 inches divided by 2, that will be 8.5. So I will mark my 8.5. Then I will impute my neck measurement, making use of 4 inches neck width and 4 inches neck depth for the front. This is my 4. I'll go down by 4 as well. Then using my curve ruler, I will connect the points. So that is my neck. I'll slope my shoulder using 1 inch for the front. I will connect it to this neck width points. So the next thing is for me to impute my armhole measurement. For you to have your armhole measurement, you divide the bust by 6 plus 1.5. The bust I'm working with is 40 inches. When I divide 40 inches by 6, then plus 1.5, it will give me 8.1. So starting from the point that I slope the shoulder, I will measure my 8.1 inches downward. And I'll call this line my chest line. This is my chest line. Remember, this one is my bust line and this is my waistline. And the other one is my hip line. So we'll connect this with a straight line. I'm measuring my shoulder measurement 8.5 there again so that I can connect to have a straight line. So the next thing is for me to come up from this my chest line. I'll come up by 3 inches for the front. Come up by 3 inches. Then I will use my armhole curve to connect it. But before then, I will impute my bust measurement. The bust I'm working with is 40. When I divide 40 by 4, it gives me 10 inches. So I will impute my 10 inches here. I will come in from this point by half an inch, 0.5 inch. Then I will connect it. I'll connect from this my bust measurement. I'll connect it to my shoulder slope. Can you see now we are done with the armhole? So now it's for me to impute my other measurements. So since we are making a shift dress, I'm going to add 1.5 inches on each of the measurements so that it will be free on our body. So the bust measurement, bust of 10 plus 1.5, that will be 11.5. Then I will go to the waist measurement. I will include the waist measurement that I'm working with is 8.5. When I divide the waist measurement by 4, so the answer is 8.5. So 8.5 plus 1.5 inches is allowance. That will give me 10 inches. So for the hip measurement, the hip that I'm working with is 43. When I divide that by 4, it gives me 10.75 plus 1.5, that gives me 12.25. That is my 12.25. So on the hemline, I'm going to minus half an inch from my hip measurement. So 12.25 minus half an inch, that will give me 11.75. So I will connect all my lines. Then the next thing is for me to add my seam allowance. So my seam allowance, I'm making use of 1.5 inches seam allowance. Then the last thing is for me to add my joining allowance for the shoulder. So I will add 0.5 inch for my shoulder joining. Up here as well. Then I will connect it with my straight ruler. So now I will cut my fabric. So what I will do next is for me to notch my points so that when I'm joining with the back piece, it will be easier. I will notch my full length line, notch my hip line, I will notch my waistline and then the bust line. So I will use this one, the front, to cut the back. So I have marked my shoulder line, that is the starting point on the fabric. So I'm going to keep about 1.5 inches for the zipper allowance. I'm marking my zipper allowance now. The material is still folding into 2. I'll fold my material into 2. Then I'll mark my zipper allowance. For the zipper allowance, you can decide to make use of 2 inches, even 1 inch. You can still make use of just an inch, it's still fine. It depends on what you want. So now I will place my front piece starting from this line that I marked for the zipper allowance. Make sure that you align everything well. So now that I have aligned the front with the back, I will pin it down so that it doesn't shift. So after pinning it down, what I will do now is for me to shape my neck. Neck depth for the bag will be 1 inch. So I will connect the neck depth for the back. The next thing is to slope the shoulder for the back. So the shoulder measurement, starting from this, my seam allowance, the shoulder measurement is 8.5. Including my 8.5. Then I'm going to slope by half an inch. Remember the front was 1 inch. So for the back, I'm sloping it half an inch. I'll connect it to this, the end point of my neck lead. So that I'm going to measure my armhole measurement. The armhole I'm working with, remember, is 8.1. Now you measure it from the slope. So I'm going to draw a straight line. So I'll impute my bust measurement on that my new chest line. Then I'll connect. For the back, I'm not going to come in like that of the front. So I'll just connect it to the shoulder line. And the 1.5 inches is allowance, and the 1.5 seam allowance. You can see it matches up. So I will cut my fabric. The shoulder joining, I'm using half an inch, like the one we did for the front. So I will connect it to my neck. So I'll cut it. Then every other measurement I'm making use of. I'm going to notch the point for the back as well. So now I will shape the back to eliminate the folding of the zipper. You see, when someone wears maybe a straight gown, or when someone wears clothes, the zipper will be folding at the back. To eliminate that on the waistline, this is my waistline, I'm going to measure half an inch. That is my waistline. And this point is my hip line. So I'm going to come in by, from this point, from this my zipper allowance, I'm going to come in by half an inch to shape the back. Then I'll connect it to my neckline. Then I'll connect it to 2 inches above the hip line. I've said it earlier, the essence of the back shaping is to eliminate the bulging at the back after installing your zipper. This 0.5, I'll connect it to my neck line. You can decide to come down by maybe 1.5 or 2 inches below the neckline. I'm making use of 2 inches below the neckline. This shaping, you can as well make use of 0.75 or 1 inches depending on the shape of the person. So I'll connect my points. So now after this shaping, it will make me to mark another zipper allowance because of this 0.5. Remember the zipper allowance I made use of was 1.5. So I will measure my 1.5 again, starting from this point. Remember, it's only this point that I shape. So I'll connect the lines. So I'll cut it. This is my new zipper allowance. So this point, I'll cut it out. So I've used the front and the back to cut my lining. This is for the front piece and this is for the back piece. So the next thing I will do now is for me to go to my sewing machine and turn the neck, the lining with the main fabric. I will open up my fabric, right side facing each other, right side of the lining facing right side of my main fabric. I will place it this way. Then I will turn the neck. I will align it very well. Then I will turn the neck using 1/2 inch. I'll turn the neck. Then I will bring it for you to see. I will turn the neck for the back piece as well. I finished turning the neck line. This is the front panel. I've turned the neckline. This is the back side using my lining, and I have done for the two back panel as well. I have turned the neckline for my two back panel. Can you see? I've turned it with lining. So the next thing is for me to go and join the two back panel, making right side facing each other. Join my two back panel. We'll join them using the sewing allowance. Then I will measure out. As you can see, I have gone ahead to measure out where I want my zipper to stop from the neck. I measured down 19 inches and I marked the points. I believe you can see. So I will put my zipper. My zipper will start from this 19 point to the neck. Then I will join this side. I will sew. You can see I have measured my zipper allowance. So I will join this part. After joining this part, then I will install my zipper. So if you don't know how to install your zipper, search on this our channel. You see how to install your invisible zipper. If you are using invisible zipper, you see it on this channel the easiest way to install your invisible zipper without a zipper foot. I will sew the side of my front piece, that is the lining and the main fabric. I will sew them using 1/2 inch. I will sew the both side. After sewing the both side, I will join the both shoulder. There's a shoulder for the back and shoulder for the front. Let me rephrase what I said. I'm going to join the two back piece. I'll go to my sewing machine and join the two back piece and install my zipper. Then I will go ahead to join both shoulder, making sure that the right side of my fabric is facing each other. Then I will bring it for you to see. So I've finished installing my zipper. This is my zipper. I've installed my zipper and I have also joined the shoulder. Can you see? I've joined my shoulder. Also, I've gone ahead to cut the sleeve that I want to attach along with the lining. I've cut the both sleeves. These are my both sleeves. If you don't know how to draft a basic sleeve, check on my channel. You will see how to draft a basic sleeve pattern. It will really help you. So search on it on my channel. You will see how to draft your basic sleeve, and this is the lining. So now the next thing is for me to go to my sewing machine, turn my sleeve right side facing each other. I will sew it, then I will turn it over, attach the sleeve to the dress, and I will sew my side seam, and that is all. I will bring the final outcome for you to see. So this is the final look of our beautiful shift dress. Can you see how neat it looks? Thank you so much guys for watching. Remember to like, comment, share and subscribe to our channel Munye Stitches for more interesting sewing tutorials. See you on our next video. Bye bye.